Construction Coach here. In today's video, I'm going to show you Halo's Quick Link. Now, Quick Link is a fast way to install recessed lighting. The fastest way I've seen. So in this video, I'm going to show you an unboxing of the kit, which the kit comes with a driver and 4 lights, and it's got a 35-foot low voltage wire coming out of the driver. So Quick Link is, instead of tying the 14-2 wire into the J box of the recessed light, now you're using one driver to power up to 7 recessed lights, staying under 60 watts. So this low voltage wire will carry 60 watts, and you're able to jack in or connect in 7 of these lights per driver. So if you're doing bays of 6, which is my favorite, then this is going to speed your time up so much. The wiring time alone running this low voltage wire is so fast, but the fastest part is this quick connect. Instead of putting in a 40-40 connector, you simply take these apart, you line your low voltage wire in there, and then you put this back on, lining this up perfectly, and just turn until the wire gets pierced with the connection points inside here, and then the light will get its power from this low voltage wire. You can really damage equipment if you don't go gentle, so make sure that you are lining this larger tab up with the lower portion and the front portion up with the slot. It goes in only really one way, so it's quite easy. And to keep the video fun and to compare the speed of installation, I am going to install these Halo Value 4-pack 4-inch lights in the upper living room, a 6-bay, show you the wiring time and the installation. And then we're also going to go to the main floor washroom where I'm going to show you these 4-inch Nightlight. We've got another 6-bay going in there. So we're going to have an actual time comparison of the difference in Quick Link and the conventional methods where each light has its own driver. Now, this is the majority of my lights in my house. I have 157 recessed lights going in here. This is the majority of them. In the living room, I've got 2 drivers along the beam to power up 14 lights. In my bedroom, I've got a 30-foot section of beam that I'm also going to light up with 14 lights. So this is the majority of the system going into my place. You just got to kind of work which one works for you. And that's what I really love about Halo, is that they have a wide variety of different products that all are kind of the same. So you can see, like, I'm gonna get the exact same finish, but the installation of these two are much different. So let's get on into the installation, and let's see the difference in speed. Now let's get started. Here's the driver and the 4 lights that come with the driver, plus an additional 2 to make up the 6 lights I'm installing in bedroom 2. Remove a knockout, install a 40-40 connector, and your driver is ready for install. In bedroom 2, I'm installing the driver unit in this bulkhead with a couple of Robertson screws, tying in my 14-2 wire through the 40-40 connector into the junction box on the driver unit. And here's a quick look. Really nice and neat. Try to make sure you fold your wires perfect. Now here's the 35-foot low voltage wire. I'm going to attach it with some staples that are going to allow me to have a little bit of play in the wire back and forth, so that when I drill my holes, I can pull it down through the hole with ease, and I have a little extra slack with the wire. Make sure to install your staples no more than 24 inches apart. When you get to the end of your run, you cut your low voltage wire, and inside the J box they supply you with a white cap that will go on top of the end to make sure there's no open wire. Here is the 1/2 inch MDF board that I'm going to use to finish the underside of the bulkhead. I'm just brad nailing it up, getting ready to drill my holes to put the lights in. This bulkhead has been a really fun build. It's going to hold the curtains in behind between each window bay. So I've got 5 curtain sets going in there, and I've got 6 lights, one between each window. I'm just marking the centers everywhere so that I can use a pilot hole to get started to locate where the lights are going to go. I like to use my hole saw bit without the saw part on to drill first. Then when I come back with the actual hole saw on, I can make sure that I'm going to hit my spot exact. Sometimes hard to see the side of the bit to make sure you're staying there when you use a large hole saw. Here's a little dust collector I made out of an extra pail. I go through that in a couple of my other recessed lighting videos. It definitely catches a lot of the dust, saving a bit of mess. Once I'm done here, I'm going to insert the lights just to take a look at what the final finish is going to look like. Then I'll get on to pulling down each light and show you how to do the connection. If you're doing these lights in the ceiling, you're not going to have access to on the side like I do. So you've got to get the drywall up, make your holes, and then grab your low voltage wire and make the connection. That was how quick the setup is. Now let's take a look at it a little bit slower here. Pull down the wire. Line low voltage wire in the slot provided. It doesn't matter which side. Make sure to line up connector perfectly. Now I've got the switch on to this driver, so we're going to see some light as soon as the connector pierces the low voltage wire. Make sure you've tightened it right tight, and the color selector, I like to put a couple screws in it. So again, I'll be able to screw through the side of mine. But if you were doing ceiling work, you would have to use a longer bit and get a couple screws into that selector right up into the ceiling space. Now just fold back the springs and insert the light. Nice and clean finish. Alright, now that I've got the 2 in, I'm going to bring the camera back a little bit so you can see how fast I'll install the next 4 lights. And I've got this video sped up for viewing pleasure, but I'll go through and get exact timing of unboxing, wiring, and the final hookup of these 6. And then we're going to go on to our next 6 bay, showing the Halo 4-inch value pack, where I have to tie into each J-box and run a 14-2 wire to each light.
Alright, you can see here I've got the 6 lights illuminated. Everything is looking great. In your design, you might not have access to the lights from the face like I have. So now I'm going to go through and screw the little color selector into some framing that's in behind there, and I'll take you through a final shot once I get those all attached. If you don't have access though, like if you're working in the ceiling, you're going to need to, use a smaller drill or some longer bits and shoot through the hole before you put the light up and get a screw into it. So inspectors are going to want to see a screw into those, and you just got to do your best to get at least one in there so that it's attached and not just floating in the ceiling. With J boxes on the other 4-inch LED recess lights, those driver boxes, I really like to get those in ahead of time so that I can fasten them properly. In this situation with this low voltage stuff, it's really going to be what your inspector wants to see. I use a loose strap on my wire so that I can leave a little bit at the end and pull slack each time. So there's a couple methods on how to wire that will make your life easy to make that connection. And I found it really sped up the process, this style. So now I'm going to go through and just do my final attachments and get onto some more lighting.
Here's the official times for Quick Link. Unbox and prep, 2 minutes, 18 seconds. Wiring time, 4 minutes, 12 seconds. And hookup time, 5 minutes, 24 seconds. Here's a couple more Quick Link drivers that I'm going to prep with their 4040 connectors to get ready to install them in my living room. These two are going to be powered together right at the start, and the 35-foot wires are going to go along the beam edge to install 14 lights, just like my temporary lights that are up there right now. Now let's get started with the Value 4-pack 6-bay install in the upstairs living room ceiling. I'm unboxing the 6 lights, separating them from the drivers to get ready to install their 4040 connectors. Once the 4040 connectors are prepped, I'm going to go up to the location where I've got my switch feed hanging there in the ceiling. So I'm just going to run the 14-2 wire to connect the 6 lights together. After running the wire, I'll quickly cut, strip, and tape together the double sections so that they slide together through the 4040 connector with ease. Taping the wires together really does help that process. Once all wires are stripped, taped, and ready to go, I will bring in the drivers, attaching them through the 4040 connector and quick connecting the wires to the jacks supplied in the J-box. And here's the last one. Then I mount it up with a couple of screws, reinstall the lights to test, and that's a 6-bay install upper living room. Here's the Value 4-pack official time. 10 minutes, 6 seconds to unbox and prep. 10 minutes, 18 seconds to wire, and 32 minutes and 6 seconds to hook up. That's significantly higher than the Quick Link hookup time. Here's the final 6-bay. This is the 4-inch Halo Nightlight. What a great feature. When you shut the switch on and off, there will be a glowing ring. Then the next time you turn it on, it will be back to its regular light. It's going to be really handy to have in the main floor washroom for like movie nights where someone would have to walk to the washroom and turn some lights on. We're just going to leave a nice little glow out of the bathroom so someone could get there without disturbing everyone else by turning the lights on. After prepping my 4040 connectors, I'll take you guys right into the location. I've already got the wire in there. It took about the same time as the other bay to run the wire, and I'll just show you how I'm going to connect all the wires into my J-box and finish off this bathroom. After hooking up all the drivers, I'd like to use 2 screws to get them all fastened up securely into the joist space. Then when I'm done my drywall, or whatever I finish the ceiling with in here, I'll drill those holes and simply connect the lights up, and I'll be all finished with the LED lighting. Here's that neat glow. Nightlight glow. Nightlight official time. 6 minutes 42 seconds to unbox, 8 minutes 32 seconds to wire, and 24 minutes and 30 seconds to hook up and finish. Well, thanks for watching. If you need more advice on installation of any of these lights, check out the cabin build playlist. There's a full breakdown of all different lighting that has been installed into the cabin, and you can keep track of the progress of the build in the playlist.